Welcome to Travel Michigan. I'm Dave Lorenz along with Michelle Grinnell. And Michelle, where are we headed to first?
We are starting this week in Coldwater, Michigan. And, the weather is slowly but surely, hopefully turning.
Cross your fingers.
And so we are talking with Susan Megos, who is the owner of the Capri Drive-In, a perfect activity once the snow is gone.
Yeah.
Susan, welcome to the show. Talk a little bit about the drive-in. You guys have your 50th anniversary coming up, so you've been around for a while, but what can folks expect when they come to visit?
Well, and this is what's been really exciting, and the biggest thing that's happened probably in the last 2 years is last year we went digital. So if you haven't been out to the drive-in in a couple years, you need to come out and check that out. We're really excited about that because that really then puts us into the 21st century. Film is quickly going to be a thing of the past, and so if that conversion was not made, we wouldn't be here. So this is a really big deal that we've made it into the digital, and that we now get to celebrate our 50th anniversary. And hopefully 50 years from now, my children will be celebrating the 100th. Who knows? But yeah.
Wouldn't that be neat? I was actually talking to some friends, telling them about this interview coming up, and it just got me and it got us all talking about being kids and all the things we did to get into the drive-ins. Do kids still all pack in the trunk and try to sneak in, or how is that done today?
It's the same.
Is it really?
And they still come in footy pajamas if they're not, old enough to be teenagers and sneak in the trunk. So they're still doing that. But, everything that you remember as a child, that's what I'm creating again, those same memories. And I can't tell you how many people come up and thank me just for continuing to have the drive-in, leaving it the way it's always been, but still continuing to create those memories, and the kids remembering when they were teenagers and snuck in the trunk. So again, we just continue to create those memories. And what I've told people is that I've been here long enough, probably over 30 years now, that we've actually become a bucket list check off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to be really unfair and ask Michelle. Have you ever been to a drive-in?
I have not. I was just thinking that's something that I should do.
Yeah.
And and that's the other thing. People have their unique ways that they come in, and really we've become more like an event. So they're going to line up. They're going to have their coolers in a special way, or the special chairs, or how they come with their groups, the food that they bring, the things that they bring to do before the show. We're not like Jimmy Buffett, total like the tailgating kind of thing, but we've become kind of, people come way before the show starts, and, it gets darker later and later as the summer goes on, but they have their ways that they come and enjoy the drive-in, so, yeah.
So since I have not been to a drive-in, logistics, let's talk logistics. Folks come, you always see the movies, and they pull into the car, and they have the speakers in the windows. Is that still how it works today? Is there concession stands?
It is not how it works anymore. You're going to come in, you're right, but you're going to listen to our the movies off your radio, FM radio sound. It's now digital because we've went digital, but it's all off your in-car radio. Or if you want to sit outside, which some people do, you'll have to bring a portable radio. But if you don't have that, I also provide portable radios for people. You pull up. Now, another thing that's changed, and not because we've done it, just people have, is that, with all the SUVs and the trucks, and so now they're actually turning their vehicles around and sitting in the back of their trucks, or, sitting on the chairs outside, laying on top of the automobile. So, yeah, it's not quite always front viewing anymore.
Yeah. Well, actually, we used to do that as teenagers. We would get in my buddy's truck, and we'd put the lounge chairs in the back, and we'd be idiot teenagers, but having a great time. And I'm sure that still happens quite a bit.
And they still do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
some
still
things
do.
never change.
And some of them, because they've been here, rain or shine, we're open. Rain, shine, snow, whatever, we are open. So they figured out how to make canopies for the top, or I've seen bunk beds come in the back of trucks, pop-up tents, of course. I've seen probably a lot of things, yeah.
So do you run that little trailer, that reminds people about snacks that, I still remember, let's go off to the movies, all this silly weird stuff.
We do have some of those old trailers, and I particularly bring the Perils of Lorene. That was an old Pepsi trailer, and I brought that back, and my husband said, "Why would you do that?" I said, "Because people love all this old retro stuff." So, and now that makes it a lot easier because I do have digital, so I can bring back a lot of those things. So, yeah, we still have some of those old, or So Many Minutes to Showtime, or,
What kind of films do you guys show?
Well, in order to be alive and stay and to have been here 50 years, we have to show first run. So we've always been a first run operation here at the Capri. So what you can expect, you're going to see probably all the movies that you see. We show 2 per screen, so you're going to get 2 first run on both screens. And we don't repeat them, so whatever time. So if we open at 8, the movies start at dusk, and then as soon as that first one's over, the next one starts. So.
And of course, it's all digital, so the quality is really high. And
it's an amazing picture. I tell people it's like having that HD TV that you have at home now blown up on this huge screen. So it's pretty amazing if you have not been out. And last year, it was its first debut, but it was, you would just stand there and go like, this is so amazing. They figured out how to throw a picture that far. And you have to remember years ago when my father was still here, and he said, you're going to have to close it because they're not going to be able to project a picture that far. So I'm so grateful to those men and women that work so hard to figure that out, get a lens large enough to throw a picture that far.
Well, it really is a tremendous experience. Highly recommend it, Michelle, and to the other younger folks out there, and just maybe people who haven't been to a movie theater outdoors for a long time. Check out the Capri Drive-In. It's located on US 12, just west of downtown Coldwater. It's a great experience. We want to thank Susan Megos from the Capri, and for more information, just go to capridrive-in.com. You will have a great time. We're going to find out about the art of glass making, glass blowing, next, right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at Michigan.org.